Banning Macrocosmos is stupid. What? Anyway, whatever. Anyway, banning Macrocosmos is stupid. No, banning Macrocosmos is smart. Yeah, I was just watching, obviously. Well, I was on Mega Capital G's channel, and I seen that he liked a video that the Silent Enigma did. So, you know, I watched it because it was talking about Macrocosmos. And you basically said that banning Macrocosmos is stupid. No, banning Macrocosmos is smart. Why? Because, I mean, you said it. I mean, Drew, you said it yourself. Macrocosmos is one card that stops graveyard dependent decks. Now let's see, what decks are all graveyard dependent? I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna rattle off a few decks here. Let's see. You got Mermill Atlantean. You got Dragoonides, but no one runs Dragoonides anymore because they're supposedly dead. You got Fire Fist and or Fire Kings. Which one, nigga? Which one? It doesn't matter. I mean, the Fire Kings is basically, their card is all about Avatar Garunic. So, I mean, that's graveyard. So, either way, it doesn't matter. And then, you know, you got decks that run Sangan. And, I don't see why.
Video Hub.
What?
Video Hub.
Whatever.
What's your video on about, nigga?
Macrocosmos. The motherfucker said Macrocosmos shouldn't get banned, and the only thing that Macrocosmos does is stop graveyard dependent decks, which is the base that all Yu-Gi-Oh! Period. I mean, one deck is capable of running Macrocosmos, and it does nothing to it. So I mean, so why wouldn't you not get rid of it? To make all other decks playable against this one deck that it doesn't
have a weakness.
I mean, right, every deck does have a weakness, but I mean, if one specific deck can run this one specific card that shuts down oh shit,
every other card in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, that shuts down. No, it doesn't shut down every other card. It shuts down every other deck because they're graveyard dependent. They rely on the graveyard. Any card that goes to the graveyard gets removed from play. So why shouldn't you not ban it? I mean, it doesn't really make a difference. If they banned it, it's not like.
If you're a good player, you shouldn't need a card like that.
Exactly.
You should be slapping niggas anyway.
Exactly. I mean, but then again, you got Dino Rabbit. When they make a Logia, and Logia stops everything. So I mean, why do you need two cards to be able to stop not just everything, but stop a deck? So. I don't know. It's exactly. I mean, that's just my opinion. Like I was just telling my dude, why would you have one card that shuts down every single deck? Not just a deck in particular, every single deck, every deck. I mean, yeah, you could make a deck like Orichalco's Malefics, you know what I mean? With the Thunder King, the Seal Orichalcos, and you know, all the Malefic bullshit, then they're not graveyard dependent. But it's still the principle that 95. I'm stick my neck out here and say 98% of the decks that are ran today are all graveyard dependent. They are. I mean, why aren't they? I mean, the hottest top tier decks are all graveyard dependent. Dark World's graveyard dependent. It is, but it's not. I mean, Grapha is a bitch, but his main effect to destroy shit, blow shit up, happens in the graveyard. Same thing with Snow. When it gets discarded, it's in the graveyard. Its effect resolves in the graveyard. It's the same thing with the motherfucking Brow. The card, when it gets discarded, you draw. It's the same fucking thing. Same thing with Inzectors. If fucking Macrocosmos is in play, bye-bye Hornet, bye-bye Ladybug, bye-bye all that other shit that happens in the graveyard. Dragoonides. Every time they synchro, their monsters go to the graveyard. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, you still got monsters. It doesn't, Macrocosmos doesn't stop you from, you know, summoning monsters and attacking. But okay, but let's look at the scenario like this. If you're playing something like Insectors and they have Macrocosmos in play and you have no MSTs or heavy storms to get rid of the Macrocosmos off board, and they have let's say they made an Acid Golem. How the fuck are you going to get over Acid Golem if you have no Dark Hole or no Heavy Storm or MSTs in your motherfucking hand? Like, how? So, like, so, in my opinion, Macrocosmos should get banned. Like, that Macrocosmos doesn't shut down, it stops. It's like a fucking, it's like one of them street school cops who put their hand out and tell you to stop, you know what I'm saying, so that they can let the little kids cross the street. Motherfucker, it stops you like that until it gets off the board. It's just that motherfucking serious. Like, it stops you temporarily. Like, it stops, like the medicine for AIDS stops your dick from burning when you pee temporarily. Like, it stops you from dying early. That's basically what Macrocosmos is. It's like a fucking AIDS on the board. It's like fucking Dino Rabbit is spreading AIDS throughout the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist community / gaming. I don't give a fuck. And Macrocosmos is basically what caused a lot more people to run Dino Rabbit. It wasn't just because Dino Rabbit can get beat by this or it can get beat by that. It was simply solely because of Macrocosmos. Let's look at it like this. If you go to a YCS or a regional and about 35% of the people are playing Macro Rabbit, and then I don't know, a few months or however long goes by and they start running Macrocosmos, and then you go to a YCS or regional and 85% of the population there is running Macro Rabbit. What the fuck does that say? And you say Macro Rabbit shouldn't get banned? If Macrocosmos doesn't get banned or limited, semi-mod, or it needs hit on the ban list, period. I'm not necessarily saying it should get banned. It needs to get limited or banned. Limited or banned. That's simple. It should get limited or banned. I mean, because okay, the deck used to have 3 rabbits. Now they have 2. I'm pretty sure they can make a spot for a fucking Helios. Okay, you summon Helios, and every card that's removed from play, he gains 1,000 attack. 1,000 attack. They play Macro. They summon Helios. How the fuck are you going to get over it if you can't? If let's say you already used the Dark Hole, how the fuck are you going to get over it if you can't blow it the fuck up? If you can't return it? If you can't blow it up? There's like all these different things that there's only so many outs to Macro. There's only so many outs, and if you don't have one of the 3 outs, you lose. It's just that simple. Like, it's not like, oh, maybe you can stall for a second till you get it. No, it's just that simple. You lose. I mean, Logia, it detached 2 materials to, to negate whatever the fuck it is. Summons, spells, traps, effects, everything. How the fuck are you supposed to combat that? That's why Macrocosmos needs to get banned. It needs to get banned, limited, something. Macro should not go untouched. And fuck Macrocosmos support. Macrocosmos doesn't need no support when just one card basically allows one deck to win. And you can't say that it doesn't, because if they open up with, they play Logia set 4, and one of their 4 back row that they set is Macrocosmos, what in the fuck are you gonna do? Don't worry, I'll fucking wait. I don't want to hear about, oh, you play one MST, and it gets, and Logia negates it, so you play another MST. Man, shut the fuck up. Then they got another macro set. Then what you gonna do? You're just gonna take the dick like Pinky gets fucked by Mandingos, and she just takes it. So, I mean, so why shouldn't Macrocosmos get banned? I mean, you said it yourself, and you basically made the argument easier for me. It stops graveyard dependent decks. So what deck that is mostly ran, or what deck is mostly ran? Yeah, what deck is mostly ran that's not graveyard dependent? That's hot, that everybody wants to run, that is not graveyard dependent. And when you figure that out, you comment on my shit, leave it down below, and you just let me know. I mean, because I was forgetting my motherfucking book bag. Because you can argue it as much as you want, but Macrocosmos, like Dino Rabbit, was good. Macrocosmos makes it great, makes it better than all other decks. And then you got other decks like Insectors that try to like some people try to side deck it, try to side deck Macrocosmos, like, and it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Like, Macrocosmos even stops, I want to say Gravekeepers. It even stopped. Ooh, shit, I got the hiccups now. It even stops them. And it does. And it really does. So, I mean, with that saying, I mean, I don't see why it shouldn't not get banned. Or what is going to be your quote unquote rebuttal in order for it not to be banned? Dumb motherfucker.